Hi everybody, it's Allie, and this is Allie's Way. Okay, so I have gone through a lot last week. Last week I went and I got a retie from my loctician. It's week 32. I went and I got a retie from my loctician, my current loctician that I use. The month before, I got a retie, and we only scheduled 2 hours for the retie. So she was unable to finish the retie in 2 hours. So I had to leave, and I had to come back to finish getting the retie. She had only finished this part and part of the back and the side. And it was because I had a lot of slippage. And I had a lot of my braids in the back of my head keep unraveling. And she keeps asking me, are you using water on your hair? Are you sweating in your hair? What are you doing? I'm like, I am not doing anything. The ones in the front and all right here managed to stay in. Just the ones like right in the back of my head. So I realized, okay, well, maybe it was because I sleep on my back. And so I said, okay, well, then that's inevitable because I sleep on my back. So then I decided, okay, it's because I sleep on my back. So this retie we scheduled for 3 hours because there may be some unraveling in the back, or whatever. And so we scheduled for 3 hours. Well, she didn't finish it again in 3 hours. So I was very frustrated, very, very frustrated about her not finishing it in 3 hours. My head's small, and first our reties only took 2 hours. They only took an hour and a half to start. And we've gone all the way to 3 hours, and we're not getting the work done. Mind you, I have to go an hour and a half to get to her. She's an hour and a half away from me, okay? And my reties are pretty pricey. They're like $175. So I was not satisfied with not getting the reties done. So what I did was I set out and I found another loctician, one who's closer, one who is not as expensive. And so I scheduled an appointment with her to finish the back of my head, just the back where my original loctician did not finish. Okay, so what I'm going to show you guys is some videos of what happened in the back of my head and why it you can see that it unraveled. You can see that she went back and she put the locks back in, and then she gave me this hairstyle, and she said that to keep it braided like this so that if the braids, so that the braids won't slip out. So this is where I am. This is the hairstyle she gave me. I think it's very cute. And it's supposed to prevent slippage and unraveling. So I'm going to attach some videos of her and the process that I went through. And then
okay, so this is what we're looking at. Let's see. Can you lean your head forward? Okay, so this is all the loose hair right here. Okay. Yep. So these locks were already here. And then this is the new lock that I just created.
okay.
And then here is loose hair, and I'm gonna turn this loose hair into 2 new locks. Okay, so these are the new locks, and I think there was 1 or 2 up here that I created. But yeah, you can see them here. And then even over here, we tightened these locks down as well.
Okay, so here's the finished product. the hairstyle, I told you, and she was very professional, and she did it in, I want to say 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So here's my question to you guys. Loyalty. I'm big on loyalty, right? So I started with her. I'd like to finish with my original loctician. Um, I'm I'm a very loyal person. My question to you is: at what point do you give up on a process or a person and go to another situation? What do you think? At what point do you say, "Okay, that's enough. I need to move on. I need to get a new loctician," because it was very difficult for me to make that decision to go to someone new, especially in a hairstyle that requires a process. Now, I started with her. She installed my braid locks from the beginning. I've been with her since March. It's October now. And I just was so frustrated with driving all the way out there, paying all that money, and not getting completed work. What do you guys think? Do you think that I should have stayed with her? Here's another thing that I want to point out. We, as black women, we have always been subjected to or at the mercy of our hairstylists. You know, they can be late, they can have attitudes, they can, whatever. But we're somewhat at a we're somewhat held hostage to our hairdressers. If we go into the hairdresser and they wet our hair, we gotta stay because we can't go out with our hair wet. If they're late, if you're not getting what you feel like you deserve. Also, with this being as a new process for me, a whole new venture, I know nothing of locks. I know nothing to expect. I don't know to expect them to unravel, why they're unraveling, things like that. I don't know anything. So I rely on my loctician to give me that information. Tell me, hey, listen, why don't you try to do this or why don't you try to do that? At what point do you feel it's time to move on to a new person? Please tell me. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this. All right, you guys, gotta go. See you later. Love you so much.